Welcome to the cutting board. My name is David, and today I will be on my best behavior because I'm here with my mom today. My mom Vicky, she's here with us, and today she's going to be making two recipes that we ate growing up, and they're plant-based foodie type foods that are based on cashews. Now we call cashews a nut, but cashews aren't actually a nut. They're a seed from the cashew apple. It's very commonly eaten in Brazil where it grows, but we don't eat the actual cashew fruit that much outside. In like the United States, we don't really eat the cashew fruit, but we do consume a lot of cashews, and it's a really versatile ingredient.
Okay.
So today we're gonna use it to make scalloped potatoes.
Yes.
All right, Mom, what are we gonna do first?
Well, we already scalloped our, peeled and cut our potatoes very thin, just like any other scalloped potatoes. We're gonna put them in a bowl. It's very simple. Then to that, it's about 6 medium potatoes. To that, we are going to add 1 small chopped onion and half a big carrot, or 1 small carrot, whichever one you have. Now, before we mix, we need some salt.
Some salt?
I can have some salt and a little bit of oil, just that bit. Salt to taste, whatever you like, that's about enough. And I use very little oil, just that much. And we'll mix that like this, just so it's mixed.
She's doing it with those now because she's on film, but at home she'd be doing it with her hands, and you're probably going to do it with your hands too.
It's much easier, but we'll be nice. Otherwise, they'll shut me off. So I have to be nice. We'll just put that in a baking dish. Thank you. Okay, so let's spread it evenly. You can be fancy and slice them all up, but this is good too, because it gets the sauce in. Okay, so that's all done. Now, to make the topping, instead of milk and eggs, we use cashew cream, which we will use in here. I have 3/4 cup of cashews, and these are roasted cashews.
These are roasted, but not salted.
Not salted, roasted. You could use regular cashews too, but these give a little bit nutty flavor, and I like that. So we'll put that in. Now, the secret for making a creamy cashew is to use warm water, and when you're blending anything, as much of the cashews, that much of the water. So we have 3/4, we'll put about 3/4 of the water in here, or just till it's covered, okay? And then we're going to blend that.
Okay.
Okay.
So we're going to turn it on.
Go very fast, very fast. That's good?
Good?
That's good?
All right.
We're gonna add 3 cloves of garlic in there. You can do that for me.
All right. So 3 of these?
Uh-huh.
All right.
We will add 1 tablespoon of, this is a teaspoon, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we'll use 1 tablespoon of flour. You can use even gluten flour if you need to, but
Which
it's
means
just a
gluten-free
thicken.
flour.
Yes. We will put some more water in, and we will put some salt.
How much more water are we putting in here?
About half a cup.
Okay.
I just wanted to mix really nice. Approximately, because you'll have to add a little more. Did we put salt on that? No.
Not in this one?
So we'll put some salt in there so it tastes good. And we'll put 1 tablespoon of oil. I think that's about 1 tablespoon.
All right.
Approximately. And we'll mix that very well. That's good. Okay, we'll pour all that over here. Thank you. It's very creamy. It's just like if you did, eggs and milk. Look at that. Very, very creamy.
That's one of the great things about cashew is it mimics those, not necessarily the flavors, but it mimics the texture that you're looking for, and you're getting the flavor out of the garlic.
Now, we are going to add some more water because the potato needs to cook, right? So we can add water here, so it's nicely covered. Just a little more. So you use approximately around 2 cups of water altogether. And it depends on your dish, and it depends on the potatoes too.
So now that you've got the water in, how do you know that you've got that consistency right?
Well, if I can borrow that spoon.
Okay.
If you try it, it's very thick before we added a little bit more of water so that the potatoes can cook. So now if we put this in the oven at 380 degrees, it will bake very nicely. It needs to be covered. At the end, you take the covers off, but that's finished product.
All right, so this recipe is ready to go. It's going to go in the oven for 380. About how long?
I'd say about half an hour. Depends on your oven, temperature, but about half an hour to 40 minutes.
Because we need the potatoes to actually cook.
Yeah, because they're raw potatoes.
All right, and the water is going to cook down, and you're going to get that creaminess.
Nice, creamy taste.
All right, so we're going to put this in the oven, and then we're going to make dessert. So we're continuing our cashew theme today, and today I'm going to tell you how my mom tricked us into having a sweet dessert that actually had no sugar, no honey, and we absolutely loved it because it was really, really sweet. Now, if I understand correctly, this is just a 2-ingredient dish.
More or less, yeah.
So we used to think that she was making this thing like forever and that it was like had 50 ingredients in it. Turns out it has 2 ingredients, main ingredients, and some garnishes as well to make it look nice. So what are the 2 basic ingredients that we're using?
Okay, again, we're back to cashews. Today is a cashew day. We are, these are just the raw cashews. That's the main ingredient.
Now these ones are not roasted.
No, they're raw cashews, no salt, no nothing, because we're making sweet dessert, right? And the dates. In the recipe, it calls for equal amount of cashews and the dates. So we are using a cup of dates and cup of raw cashews.
Okay.
Okay, so the easy way to make this is to use this again.
All right.
Okay, so we're gonna put again our cashews in.
And
okay.
This water's warm?
This water is warm. Again, enough cashews just to cover enough water just to cover the cashews. Okay. So, let me try to put this on.
Okay.
Okay. So. Okay.
All right.
If you could look inside, the cashews are very creamy. Okay, so we are going to add our dates. Rest of the water.
So how much total water was there?
2 cups.
2 cups.
2 cups of water. We're going to put 1 tablespoon of cornstarch. You can use tapioca starch, anything just to thicken it. Flour wouldn't really work that well, but just a cornstarch will work.
Basically a thickening agent.
A thickening agent, just a little bit. If you are making it for yourself and you want to eat it just by spoon, make it without any of this. You can still cook it, make it, like it thickens up because of the dates. Dates dissolve now in the warm, and then they thicken if you put them back in the fridge. So it works. This is a bit of vanilla, just 1 teaspoon. I measure like this. It works. Okay. And this here is orange. Now
Orange zest?
Yes. I use just a half okay. Orange, just to give us a taste. Now, using cashews, we need to use a little bit of salt, just a little bit. So, just like that. Now, all we have to do is blend this to a nice, smooth consistency. Okay, here we go. And that's the finished product. Okay, so we are going to use our pot and we are going to boil it for about 2-3 minutes, just till it gets bubbly. See, it's very thick, look.
And the reason that you're boiling it or just putting it on heat is...
Just to thicken it, and I put the cornstarch in it too. So, like I say, it's thick as it is now. This can be used when it's thickened. If you put more of a cornstarch in, you can actually use it between your cakes, cookies, or something to make a cake. It's very tasty and very healthy. So for people that can't take sugar and things, this is really good because, as you see, no sugar, no honey, nothing.
There's no added sweeteners in here.
Nothing.
All the sweetness is coming from the dates themselves.
Exactly.
So we're going to put it on the heat now. The heat is just to thicken it up.
Yes.
But 2 minutes, 3 minutes?
About 3 minutes, just till it starts bubbling, that's all. You don't need too much. And then we will put it in a small containers like this, and we'll decorate it and serve it.
So the cashew pudding is done.
Yes.
And what are you going to do with it now?
Well, now we can serve it in a big bowl, or we can serve it in a smaller bowls. So I'm going to just put a little bit here.
Now this needs to chill. I don't remember eating this as a warm pudding.
No, this
as a
yes.
As a chilled. So we've got it in the containers, and we leave it aside to chill for a moment. Now, we already have some that we made, and they're already chilled. So we're going to take these ones out that were already made. And what are you going to use? How are you going to use this?
Well, because we're trying to stay with the simple ingredients, I'm going to use the same ingredients that are in the pudding to decorate the pudding. So we'll use an orange, and I'll use this instead of a cutting board, just like this.
You gotta, the citrus smell that you get comes from the orange zest that you put inside already. So that orange zest actually really comes through, especially after the cooking. You can really smell that citrusy kind of thing, makes you want to really dig into it.
Makes you forget that this is cashew. Okay, and maybe we can use one with this. Okay, and one with the blueberry.
And there we go. So this is ready for us to eat. We're going to have this dessert in a moment.
Okay.
And now what we're going to do, I'm actually clean up this plate from that orange that was on it. And we're going to plate the potato now. Now the potatoes, we did the same thing. We already have one that's finished. And that finished potato that's nice and warm, and we're going to see what it looks like when it comes out of the dish right now so that we can eat. Let's take a look here. So this is one that's already finished, and you put it on broil a little bit when it was done.
At the end, just a little bit to the broil, so that it gives a little bit of more of a brown top on the very top. So it
gives some coloring.
It gives it a bit of color.
Perfect. So let's go ahead and give ourselves some of this. I'm going to go ahead and just kind of cut some pieces for you and me.
Okay.
I mean, you could just dig into this with a spoon as well.
Exactly.
We're going to go ahead and take a look. I really want to see if it's really that creamy in the middle. Well, I know that it is because I ate it as a child. We're going to take a look and see. So there you go. There's one. So we've got our scalloped potatoes here. They've got great color. The potatoes are cooked. It took right about half an hour to get that done.
To cook the potatoes, yes.
They're cooked through, and the carrots are for more than color. They do add to the flavor as well, correct? Mm-hmm. So we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna try this, and we're gonna have some dessert. All right.
So that's
there
mine.
Go on.
Okay, let's try.
So take a look. It looks like there's cream in there. It's actually really white.
Wonderful. Even if I made it, it's really good.
So it actually has that scalloped potato flavor that you're so used to when you eat them. You really don't miss that there isn't any cream in here other than what came from the cashews. It's very smooth, very silky, and the carrots are not overpowering. So you get that really great flavor. It's a good dish on its own.
Yes.
And you're probably going to make a salad with it and make a really good meal.
Because see, we have nuts and we have vegetables and we have starch as a potato. With the salad, you have a full meal actually in here.
That's right. You get a little bit of protein from the cashews as well.
Yes.
That's perfect. So we are going to finish this, but I would like to try some dessert.
Oh, that's,
So we're going to cheat a little bit.
Which one would you like?
I'm going to get some spoons for us. And
remember when you were children, I used to decorate them all different, and I would say, which one would you like to pick?
I'm not going to say I fought with my brother very much.
But sometimes.
But sometimes. She broke it up, don't worry. So we've got this. This is a completely sugar-free dessert.
You don't taste the cashews in either one of the recipes.
You've got the dates.
And that's what's nice.
And sometimes you won't be able to get kids to eat dates on their own, but in this context, since they're the sweetness in the dish, it just comes out perfectly.
And another thing is, if you put them in small containers, you freeze them, they really think it's an ice cream. Sorry, honey, but that's what it was.
So like I said, she didn't tell us, but I figured it out eventually. Mom, thank you so much for being
You're
here.
welcome. Thank you.
Love you, and hopefully she'll come back again.
We'll try.
Join
Thank
us
you.
again on the cutting board next week.